Hello everyone, I'm Fuzzy Barbarian, and in this vid I'm going to walk you through how to easily take down Nioh 2's second major boss, Enenra. As soon as you go in, Enenra will do his AoE bomb attack, after which he'll teleport at you. You can avoid most of his teleport attacks by staying locked on and pulling your movement stick back while holding run. You can see his area of effect attack there, and now he'll teleport. Well, he teleported right on me, so I had to dodge backwards. That can happen. Try to put a burning pillar between you and him so that he breaks it. Well, he actually just went straight through that one, but normally he'll break it. If he does break it, water will fall down on him and stun him, and it will also wreck half of his key. If you can get him to break 3 pillars and have 3 waters fall on him, he'll go down, and while he's down, that gives you a chance for a nice free grapple attack to do some damage. You can also equip a water talisman and put that on your weapon at every opportunity, as he basically hates water. There he is, he's brought water down on himself, and now I'm also hitting him with water, and there's that free grapple attack. Once he goes into the other realm, get ready to burst counter his primary tornado attack if he does it. There it is there. Didn't work that time, but if you choose the feral spirit for this fight, you'll find that tornado attack is pretty easily interrupted. The game rewarded a feral spirit at the end of mission 1, and I think it did so because this boss is best countered with it. Always get ready for his teleport attack and back away. If you see him do that foot stomp, walk to the left or right and then get ready to counter him. It's a 2 stomp attack, and once you see the first, you're safe to just casually walk left or right and then immediately counter. There it is again, casually walk to the right and bam, you can counter him. Always back away from him once you have countered him though. He has a range of attacks that can hurt you instantly if you're close, so it's always best to get as far away from him as you can. The ideal range is about just outside the radius of where you think his AoE bombs would appear. There's a feral counter of his tornado attack. You can see how easy it was. You just interrupt it midway through. Okay, you can see him doing some hand swipes there. He actually does a few different combos of those. Sometimes he'll do 2 hand swipes, sometimes he'll do 3 or 4. What I'm doing here is a very passive approach to beating him. You can try to counter his hand attacks if you want. It just takes a little bit of practice to do that, but to guarantee yourself the win, I say ignore them all. Just remember, this is a guide for how to easily beat him. It's not a guide for how to counter everything he does, or to use every stance in Nioh, or to try to master every technique in the game while making a flashy highlight reel or anything. It's pretty much about the simple way to beat him. Once you get what I'm showing here, the real simple approach, you'll feel relaxed enough around him to be able to do all that if you really want to. But for this, I'm showing the simple and straightforward path, and that's just simple attacks and getting out of his range and waiting for those openings that enable you to do those simple attacks. He's in the other realm again now. Once he does pull you into the other realm, his attacks get faster. But the key to winning this fight is always be backing away. So as long as you're backing away, even if he's doing his faster attacks, you should be able to keep your distance and they shouldn't be a problem to you. Now, when he does the area of attack, that's a good chance to put on your water element on your weapon if you're using a water element. And also when he does his movement to go into the other realm, that's another good chance to put a water element on your weapon. If you want, you can use a different element like earth or lightning to try to combine it with the water that falls on him from above. If you can do that, you can proc confused, or I think it's chaos on him now, which basically opens him up to be staggered with every attack. I don't think it's that easy to do at this stage of the game, but if you can do it, you'll annihilate him a lot faster. I'm not trying that here though, as I think most people will struggle with proccing chaos or confused. But if you think you'll be good with that, then I say go for it with a different element than water on your weapon. I'm using light armor here. Everything I'm doing here is fine with medium armor too. If you're using heavy armor, then that should be okay too, I think, but I don't play heavy armor, so you'll have to test that out for yourself. And on that note, I'm also just using heavy attacks and pretty much nothing else, but that's just for this demonstration. You can use whatever. I'm using a ninjutsu build here and could have killed him faster by throwing kunai and shurikens, but I figure you may not have those, so I haven't done any of that in this fight. I'm not spec'd for hammer either, so this strategy might seem slow, but it's fast if you're using the weapon you're spec'd for. Just remember, the key is to always be backing off, pulling back on the stick and running backwards to avoid his attacks after he teleports, looking for his double foot stomp as it's super easy to counter, and using the feral burst to counter his tornado attack. Any other attack you can get is basically gravy on the top. So that's it. I'm Fuzzy Barbarian, and I hope this guide helps you out. Like usual, I'm going to end it right here without spoiling the cutscene that follows this. Bye for now.